Are you ass at Hoi4? Do you want to get better at Hoi4? One of the easiest ways to get better at Hoi4 is to do proper templates. And in this video, I'll be showing you all the meta templates. Starting off, we have our line holder infantry, commonly used by tank nations to fill gaps or hold the line. This infantry is so good because it's so cheap and has crazy high defense. It consists of 9 infantry battalions, 3 heavy weapons company, support arty, support AA, hospital, logistics, and signal company. You can move around the support companies a little bit, and here's a cheaper version. With the cheaper version, you can turn off support equipment and you'll still keep most of the stats. Next up, we have inf bricks, commonly used for defending or attack and done by almost all inf miners. It's very good for battle planning or defending coasts. For inf bricks, you have 18 infantry battalions, and you can do 3 to 4 heavy weapons company with 1 or 2 AA depending on your air, and you can add anti-tank. The support companies are starting off with heavy arty, which you don't need, and if you do use it, you can turn off equipment and still keep some of the stats. Also, next up we have hospital, then logistics, then artillery, and then signal companies. Again, these are changeable. For single player bricks, you're going to change out the heavy weapons company for the infantry guns because they're trying to max soft attack. And you don't really even need 2 AA, and you can just add all 5 or 4 depending on your air situation. And again, support companies remain the same. You can still change them if you want. Next up, we have Shield Inf. If you don't know what Shield Inf is, it's basically infantry that are designed to get in the battle before your tanks on the defensive to make sure your tanks don't lose their stockpile or their strength. In this template, we have 18 infantry battalions, 3 anti-tank, and then with our regimental supports, we have 4 heavy weapons company, 1 anti-tank, and then our support companies, we have hospital, logistics, recon rangers, signal company, and engineers. Now we have a cheaper version of shield infantry because the last one's really expensive and not many people are getting that much anti-tank out. So with this one, we're still having 18 infantry battalions, but instead of having 3 anti-tank, we're doing anti-air twice, then 1 anti-tank, and we can turn off equipment for anti-air. Then we still have 4 heavy weapons company for the high defense, 1 anti-tank for more hard attack, and then support companies remain the same with hospital, logistics, recon rangers, signal company, and a shovel. Next up, we have Mountain Marines. Mountain Marines is where we mix Mountaineers and Marines to get buffs on all kinds of terrain. The Marines giving us buffs on shores, rivers, and other amphibious tiles, and Mountaineers being the strongest special force and giving us buffs on obviously mountains. In this template, we have 7 Marines and 12 Mountaineers. Onto regimental support, we have 4 heavy weapons companies, 1 anti-tank, and then in our support companies, we have Pioneers, light recon, which we just break through max on, super heavy artillery, and then a hospital and a medium support flame tank company. Moving on, we have mech marines. Mech marines are used to land and then hold that landing until you get your tanks in and shield infantry. In this template, we have 11 marines, 5 Amtraks, which also can be changed out for mechanized, and then 3 motorized anti-tank. With the regimental support, we have heavy weapons company, giving us more breakthrough and defense. And then our support companies, again, it's Pioneers, light recon tank, heavy artillery, hospital, and flame tank. Next up, we have SPGs. SPGs are only going to really be seen in single player, but if you really had to use them in multiplayer, you'd also use this template. This template consists of 11 SPGs and 8 camels. Now, the camels can be switched out for mech. I'm just trying to show you that you can use camels if you have to, and they're actually really good. For regimental support, you could use TDs, but in this example, we're using heavy weapons motorized because it's just easier, but if you actually do want to go the extra mile, you could use heavy or medium TDs. And then support companies, light recon, flame tank, assault engineer, logistics, and hospital. Next up, we have heavy TDs. Heavy TDs are most commonly seen in multiplayer, but would obviously still work in single player. With their super high hard attack and high enough soft attack to work against any infantry, these are optimal and amazing tanks. In this template, we have 11 heavy TD battalions and 8 mechanized. With the regimental support, we also have 3 more heavy TDs and then 2 heavy weapons company. With the support companies, again, we have light recon, flame tank, mediums, only do medium flame tank, assault engineer, logistics, and hospital. For SPGs, you always want to max out your soft attack, so that's why you want to do the improved howitzer 2, radio 3 for the breakthrough, 2 small cannons, and then easy maintenance for the reliability and the production cost, so it's cheaper and you can mass produce them. And then on the bottom, you want to do interleaved road wheels to get more breakthrough. And you don't do more than 4 armor clicks if you're playing single player because it keeps it cheaper, like less resources, and breakthrough doesn't matter in single player. But if you're playing multiplayer, breakthrough does matter, so you might want to do more armor clicks than 4. With your heavy tank destroyers, you're prioritizing heart attack because most of your opponents will be tanks. And you also want to prioritize breakthrough because it changes how fast you knock your opponents out of the battle. Starting off with the design, we have a 3-man turret, then a high velocity cannon for as much heart attack as possible, a radio, 3 small cannons, interleaved wheels, and the diesel engine, and as many armor clicks as possible, and as many engine clicks to get you to 4 kilometers. You can also change out the high velocity cannon for a heavy cannon. It also works just as well, just you lose a little bit of heart attack but gain some soft attack. Now for medium tank destroyers, it's almost the exact same with a high velocity cannon, radio, 3-man turret, but you're missing 1 cannon, so instead you put an easy maintenance company which will improve reliability and make the tank overall cheaper. You also don't have to worry about a diesel engine because the reliability is already high enough, and reliability is a nothing burger. And yeah. My voice cracked. Anyway, continuing on. Next up, we have our flame tank. And when you do build flame tanks, you should never do lights or heavies, always do mediums. Starting off with our design, we have the 3-man turret, then we have a flamethrower, then we have the radio for breakthrough maxing, then we have extra ammunition storage times 2. Obviously, you can change these out once you get something that gives you more breakthrough. Then we have armor skirts, and then at the bottom, we have interleaved road wheels for more breakthrough, and the PE engine for even more breakthrough. If you look at our template, our reliability looks incredibly low, but it is for a good reason because in your template, the way reliability works is it's the overall average of the template, and there's so little flame tanks in the support company that it does not matter. Next up, light recon tank. For the light recon tank, you still want a breakthrough max. So you're going to add the 3-man turret, and then you're going to add a flamethrower for breakthrough, the highest level radio you have, extra ammunition storage, armor skirts, and the autoloader for as much breakthrough. Then on the tracks, you're going to use interleaved wheels, and then you're going to use the standard engine and standard plates and as many armor clicks as possible. That is the end of this video. I know I missed a lot of templates, but not all templates are as important as these ones. These are the key ones that really, really matter. And if you want me to make doctrine guides, more templates, air, navy, or stats, just tell me in the comments and I will hopefully do it.